G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel. Here is my latest update on Project Vidicon Mark II. Since my last video I have now wired up the Vidicon camera tube's socket to the power supply unit. Most of the connections are wired up, with the exception of the cathode blanking connection, which will go onto the video board, or the time-based board should I say, the time-based circuit. Anyway, yeah, I've got the connections all connected. These black connectors are the heater connections, which 6.3 volts is going to go straight into this circuit board from this side here and go over to here and then to those connections. I've bought some standoffs to place the circuit boards at a good enough height above the enclosure chassis, so nothing touches the enclosure. So they're strategically positioned. And yeah, I just slip the circuit boards on like so. And yeah, to undo them, I just push that little lever tab in with the pliers, lift it up, do it to each one, and it comes out quite easily. Anyway, so yeah, they're now, the circuits are now properly seated in their respective positions. This will pretty much go through and to the actual tube assembly, tube yoke assembly. Now, I've also made the power cables to go to the camera and to the AC power supply. I've pretty much cable tied and heat shrink them together, so nice and neat and they don't go everywhere. So this end's going to the power supply unit, and the other end's got plugs to connect to the AC power supply. So yeah, this one's for the 250 volts. This one's for the 20 volts AC, and this one's for the 6.3 volt heater. And I've also got an earth wire to connect the camera chassis to the AC power supply chassis. So yeah, I'm pretty well set. I've got the power socket for the cables to go into, and I've got the video socket there. I just got to put on the B&C video connector socket, and yeah, wire it up to the video outputs. Yeah, next thing I've got to do too is wire up all these trim pots on this trim pot board here to all the trim pot connectors. So I just got to solder wires from each of those pins to each trim pot, from both the power supply and the video and the deflection circuitry. Also got to wire the deflection outputs, horizontal, vertical and focus outputs to the deflection coil. So yeah, it's pretty much a lot of wiring and fitting, and then yeah, it'll be, I dare say it'd be ready to fire up and test. And yeah, it'll be the moment of truth whether the damn thing works or not. If it doesn't work, it means there's a wiring problem somewhere, or there's a faulty component of some sort. Anyway, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Anyway, that's pretty much about it for this video. Stay tuned for the next video when I've made more updates, when I've made more progress with this camera. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. This is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel, signing out.